platform. Those of you that are returning, those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody has had a good day. Please know that my readings are timeless, which means whenever you get to this reading, there's going to be messages in here for you, okay? Whether it's during the current present time, which I think it's the 27th of January, or if it's after that, just know that there will be messages in this reading for you guys, okay? So before we get into the reading, I'm going to tell you about two books. The links to these books are in the description box below. The first book is called The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN, and it is such a great book, you guys. This is the book that, like, I will tell you, I've always been psychic my whole life. Always been intuitive, spent my time hanging out with the fairies as a kid. Didn't really have, I loved animals more than people. Had a hard time connecting, okay, with people at least while I was growing up. But I always felt throughout my life with having different spiritual experiences, I always felt trapped in the psychic realm. And I can explain it to being like this. It's like taking your consciousness and your awareness and putting it in a box, or like keeping it inside a limitation. So when I came across this book and this knowledge, The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN, what happened is the intuitive techniques in this book raised me out of the frequency of being trapped in the psychic realm. In Doctor Strange, there's something that the Ancient One says to him, and it's about rising to live above your demons rather than like fighting against them. There's three techniques in this book that are worth so much money. Like seriously, they're worth gold. I use them every day. Okay, and you don't have to be psychic to start your spiritual journey. You don't have to be psychic to understand this information and the things written in this book either. But the first technique is the God technique, which raises you out of your lower self ego into your higher self so that you're not looking up at God, you're looking out through the eyes of God, aka your higher self source, so that you're seeing things through a lens of unconditional love, compassion, joy, and peace, which is the combination of what the energies of God feels like. And so when you do that, you can see the bigger picture things. You can see a way bigger picture. You can see more lessons, and then you're able to detach from whatever it is that you are seeing so that you don't go down rabbit holes. I, for one, am somebody that could just jump down a rabbit hole and keep going and going and going. The God technique is what raises you out of your ego, transcends the ego. And again, we don't want to kill our egos. All we want to happen is we want to integrate our higher self so that our ego, the part of us that's an illusion, and I would say because we need our egos to function, but the part of us that's an illusion is the part of us that we think that we're this name, or we think that we are separate from everything. That transforms, okay? So the God technique is like the most powerful technique. It's a major game changer when it comes to changing your vibration, shifting your frequency, and entering into God consciousness, okay? Which is infinite possibilities, infinite consciousness. That's the first technique that I feel like is the most powerful, because like I said, I was being trapped in the psychic realm in the lower state, having these experiences with my third eye open, and I was unable to tap into my higher self to get like real assistance and salvation. And I want to say salvation because from my perspective of being a psychic, encountering dead people, welcome everybody coming into the chat, and encountering other negative entities, I felt trapped, okay, in the realm where they all play, all right, like straight up astral realm, all of that. So by entering into the God realm, that's a whole nother level, okay? It takes you out of the trap of the psychic realm. So anyways, that's just my personal story with this book. I know everybody has their own unique experience. They could probably describe it a little bit differently than what I'm saying, but I'm just telling you verbatim what I went through, how this book has changed my life. There were things before I came across the God technique in this book that I couldn't do, like crossing spirits over. I could not, like, obviously, if I could just cross a dead person over to the light, I'd have done that shit already, but like, I couldn't do that just right off the bat. With the God technique, I was able to take whatever was around me, whatever spirit, whatever was going on, and enter that into the God realm. That is literally crossing it over. That's one thing that's extremely, I mean, there's so many gifts and blessings that have come from the God technique. Me being able to tap into all of my abilities and all of my power has come from that. All right. Okay, the second technique is called the joy versus anger technique. Now, the joy versus anger technique develops a yes and no answering system with your higher self, aka God, so that you can ask immediate questions and get the immediate answer back, so that you're not having to pray, wait for a sign, look for an angel number, be in question about something, so that you can be in communication with God, your higher self, whenever you need to ask questions. And my life before the joy versus anger technique was chaos. Yes, my abilities have always worked in the way that they've meant to work, which means if a tragedy is going to happen, I'll get a vision, clairaudience, whatever type of form the message comes in, a dream warning me about it. Okay. But then I have to like interpret the vision, dream, and message. Where with the joy versus anger technique, you can be asking yes and no questions, getting an immediate response back, so that you're asking questions. Should I be with this person? Should I go on this date? Should I eat this food? Should I go to college for this? And so I was like literally just making random choices on whatever I felt like I wanted to do at the time. And those choices were not always in alignment with my highest and best good. I could have avoided a lot of trouble and a lot of suffering that I went throughout my life. And even though there's lessons that come with suffering, but I could have avoided a lot of freaking suffering had I just been able to ask yes and no questions and get an immediate answer back. And why I say that the joy versus anger technique is so much better than using a pendulum or doing muscle testing is because using a pendulum or muscle testing could give you a bad read. You could pick up that whatever you're testing, there's something going on with it that's not giving you an accurate read. The joy versus anger technique develops your intuition on an inner standing level. Okay. And so it is much more foolproof, and it's never proved me wrong. Okay. So that's the second technique. I feel like everybody on their spiritual journey, once you know this information, it's going to change your life to apply it by getting this book. It's called The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN. It's an advanced intuitive living workbook. And then there's so many other techniques, but I'm just talking about the three that I use on a day-to-day basis. The third technique is the mind technique. And that gives you the ability to use the mind like the tool that it is, rather than your mind using you like you're a tool. And how my life was before was, my thoughts, I couldn't, if I ever could enter into a meditative state, it didn't last long. My thoughts were always our thoughts always create our realities. Our beliefs always create our realities. But, 97% of what's being created is the stuff that's in the subconscious. That's the stuff that we're not even aware of. And so when situations continue to be pulled into our reality, it's because we have something going on within us, a thought or a belief, a vibration or a pattern, however you want to look at that. It's like different lens for all of those things, but that is unresolved and that the mind is just holding on to because you haven't told it to release it, So when you're able to release those thoughts and beliefs that are truly limiting you, that are blocking your success and keeping you from being able to to basically open up for your creation to change, because the sun is going to come up whether we believe it is or not. Like, that's the truth of the good will always be there. We don't have to believe in the good for it to be there. Okay. Beliefs colorize your creation and they block you. So those are three main techniques, but there are so many other techniques, you guys, like cleansing the emotions, creating your own reality, tools to creating a positive reality. All manifestation starts as thought, future, past, live in the now. Why don't I feel like God? We are always creating. Expectations and control. Beliefs colorize our creation. You are not your body. The purpose of life. Keeping the positive flow, keeping connection. Oh my gosh, a perspective of God. This is all in really how to be clear. A lot of us just are not clear. And that's a problem that we have when we first start off. Forward and backwards, muscle testing, pendulum, intuitive feeling method, joy versus anger, the 1 to 10 method, advanced techniques, understanding gratitude, compassion, and unconditional love, the mind technique. And then there's the journey to God. You are God having this experience, not an extension or a part of God. You are God, not existing in the fullness, but God nonetheless. Okay. That's verbatim, just relaying to you that we are, like they say in the Bible, that we are created in the image of God. Okay. All of us are a microcosm to God, the universe, the bigger picture, the love, joy, and peace that has manifested itself and manifested everything. Okay. So you guys, those of you, this information's not for everybody. For people that just want a cheat sheet and are not really wanting to actually develop a connection with God, this book is not going to help them because it's going to require them to do work on themselves. But for those of you that want a real connection, one that you can trust, and you want to deepen your intuition, you do not have to be psychic to use this book. You don't have to be psychic at all. All you have to do is use the techniques, develop those, and you'll become psychic. But, we all have, I believe that everybody alive as a human has clairsentience, which is a gut feeling, okay? Which is a feeling your body gives you that lets you know if something's good or not. You don't want to have to be relying on that to be the only thing that informs you whether you should be doing something or not. And when I say should, I use that loosely. Sorry. I use that loosely because, like, I don't think that even though if I would have had these techniques when I was younger, I would have not gotten married. I would have not made so many choices that I made. But I made those choices and I'm okay with it because it got me to where I'm at today. Still, had I had this knowledge, my life would have been much easier. All right. Like significantly easier. And so this is why I'm telling you guys about it. For those of you that really want to gain a spiritual connection, that really want to go on your spiritual journey and expand your intuition and develop all of the things I'm talking about with this technique. The link to this is in the description box below. Okay. And you can find this book on Amazon, The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN. There's a link to it in the description box below. For those of you that don't want to get it online or whatever, don't want to buy it through that link, you can go to your local bookstore, and if they don't already have it, you can request to have it made, basically. Okay, so the second book I'm going to talk about is the book that I've written, and this book is called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells, and the Most High God, the Holy Spirit, and I worked with Visago, worked to create basically tarot card spreads for the major arcana cards, which are the major transition cards. So this is going to help people that are wanting to learn to read their own cards, but are having the obvious problem of wanting to see what you're wanting to see in the reading and then missing the actual information that's there. Like I, for one, know how difficult it can be to pull cards for oneself. And so this is why we created this book, so that people who are starting out, all you need to get started with Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells is the original Rider-Waite tarot deck. It looks like this. It's very cheap online. And I would get the one that has the words on it because it's already got the explanation and it will help you learn the cards. So I'm just going to open randomly to... Okay. So I'm looking at the Fool Tarot card spread. And I'm going to read position 2, the Joker. A lot of time, the Joker can bring humor to a tense situation. Other times, the Joker can show us how the joke really is on us when we go against ourselves by downplaying our knowledge and life lessons. By making a jest out of our pain, we are able to transmutate stagnant energies that are being held onto. We can create humor to surround the major themes of our lives. This position will reveal to you how in tune you are with your Joker side. A Joker can be someone who brings joy, laughter, and fun. Within the card that you pull for this position, you will see how comedy is affecting your life. If anyone has been playing jokes on you, that may come up in the card that you pull for this position as well. Position 3, the Jester. This card position will give you insight into the healing path of the Jester. The ironically poetic, charismatic, artistic, embrace Jester employs the mundane with entertainment, not at the pleasure of their own, but that of another. The Jester has the space to articulate truth in provoking, entertaining ways. A lot of the time, the Jester is the only one in the king's court that can tease the king. You will notice how the people of the court take the opinion of the Jester very seriously, because they are the only one free in the kingdom to speak their mind. What is on your mind that needs to be spoken? Have you entertained truth in the guise of sarcasm? How does your inner Jester express itself? The card that you pull for this position will bring clarity to you when it comes to making a jest out of one's life. Okay, and then I'm just going to move to... I knew my ear needed to be popped. Ridiculous. I'm going to just move to the spell. So these spells are for you to develop yourself and integrate the archetype energy of the major arcana cards. They don't have to do with anybody else. This is not like doing spells on people. So the objective is to evoke Iwas, which is a rune, the great fool of Celtic legend, whose insane words have been taken for oracles and prophecies. Okay. So you'll do this little ritual, this little affirmation, and basically, it's to get rid of foolishness. So for those of you that are, oh, also in the back of the book, I have created like a compendium of knowledge to where you can look at any of the major arcana cards, and like the Hierophant card, the Hierophant tarot card in the reading could indicate the Most High God is showing its hand or intervening on your behalf or the behalf of whoever you're reading for. The Hierophant tarot card in a reading could also indicate that there is a Hierophant group involved in this situation. Hierophant groups can be anything from gangs, the mafia, covens, religions, the occult, the Freemasons, secret society, such as Skull and Bones, Bohemian Grove, etc. If you pull the Hierophant tarot card with the Chariot tarot card, it could mean that someone from a Hierophant group, religion, cult, or secret society is also someone in law enforcement. If you pull the Hierophant tarot card and then the Death tarot card, it could indicate that an ending is coming to whatever organization or secret society, religious group, or negative collaboration against you. When you pull the Hierophant tarot card with the Devil tarot card, it can indicate that someone in a position of authority is corrupt, wicked, and under the influence of negative forces associated with the devil. So it just keeps going on with all of the different card combinations that I have seen come out in the tarot and what those could mean. So remember, you guys, the link to the first book, The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN, is in the description box below. The link to Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells is in the description box below. All you need is the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, and I would get the ones that have the description on it. It just makes it easier for you to learn the tarot. Okay, so just to let y'all know. Oh, you got it on eBay. Nice, you guys. Just to let you guys know, if you have any personal questions, you can always send me a $20 super chat, and I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question. Okay. And let's get the likes up, you guys. I know you can like the video. Please like the video. And thank you guys for all of your donations, your likes, your shares, your subscribes. I suggest that you watch each of the readings. I have another platform as well called the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle, where I do other readings with oracle cards and tarot cards. This one's more just tarot, but check both planets out. Check both. Yeah, they feel like a planet of difference. Check both platforms out. You guys subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed. Tap the notification bell. Hype the video if you can see where the hype thing is. That really helps other people know that this content is worth being seen. And I feel like it really is. So does God. So does the Holy Spirit. We're all in agreement that this is good content. This is good for you guys. And it's the beginning. It's the beginning of something beautiful. So yeah, I would watch every reading at your leisure whenever you have the time and the space, you know, whatever title you feel drawn to, go to that reading, because there's going to be messages in this reading for everybody. Okay, so I am going to be reading the collective energy, which is everybody's energy. And whatever comes forward is the main thing that needs to be talked about. All right, so we are calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. We're calling upon Jesus Christ, the Ascended Masters. We're also calling upon the Archangels and any other guardian angels, spirit guides, ancestors, archangels, yeah, any other spiritual team of highest light and resonance beings that want to come be with us now. We're asking that all of them put a protective shield around us, keeping us safe from all negativity and anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, the highest knowledge, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. So now as I call upon your personal favor, God, please continue to bless and prosper me in this platform. Please continue to do all of the things that you do. And I just want to say, God, I'm so grateful for everything that you've done in my life. I love you, higher self. I love you. I love you. I love you. All glory, honor, worship, and praise goes to the Most High for everything on this platform and my other platform. Everything that's done, I wouldn't be able to do it without my connection to God. And so I thank you. I thank you guys for spending your time with me. I love you guys so much. And amen. Okay, and so by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. That means if I talk about anything in the realms of health, legal, therapy, that you're not just applying advice that you feel like resonates. This is why getting the truth of God, developing the joy versus anger technique, getting that yes and no answering system, so you can be like, is this part of the message for me? And be using your gift that way. But until you guys do that, just know that using your best discernment is going to be key, because there's always going to be messages in here for you. Okay. Anytime that you draw me into your reality, there will always be messages for you. So just know that. And no bullying me, anybody in the chat or anybody in the comments. No condemning anybody to hell. It's nobody's job to do that. And again, we love Jesus over here. Okay. And there may be people that think that people that are gifted are witches and warlocks, but I'm pretty sure that first of all, there's no mention of tarot cards in the Bible at all. Secondly, the people that are just coming around to judge, they don't want to be doing that because they're going to be judged in the same harsh manner, especially when I'm somebody that's been given these gifts so that I can help other people and lead people to the truth, lead people to going within, lead people to God. If people think that God's not going to place a chosen one or anointed one in any random given place in the world, that's delusional. God will put us strategically for the bigger picture and bigger, highest good of everyone, will put us in places where people think that only the devil would be, because God wants everybody to, like, the energy of God, the love, joy, and peace of the universe will sit around forever waiting for people to turn away from doing wrong to others. Okay. So it's nobody's job to condemn anybody. Don't do that. You'll get canceled, rebuked, and blocked, and you'll have to deal with my spiritual team, which is not something that I would want to do. All right. And no, the ancestors are not demons. Stop saying that. The Christians need to stop with the bullshit. The Bible was written by men, didn't have any woman's input. And the only ones that are canon for the Bible were the things the Catholic Church wanted to include to create their version of the story. But is that the version that's 100% the truth? No, absolutely not. Is it the word of God? No. Jesus didn't write. He didn't read a Bible, and he sure as hell did not go to church. So everybody that's on that weird shit, they need to stop drinking the Kool-Aid, okay? And I'm not discrediting the Bible. I think that the book of Psalms is awesome. I really do. Because the book of Psalms is all about people. Well, we don't know exactly who's written it, but we have an idea of some people that's written in it. And King Solomon is one person that we know has written a part of it. But anyways, the book of Psalms is coming from the perspective of people that had a personal one-on-one relationship with the Most High God, the way that Jesus did. And they have their own testimony. And Psalms, which are songs, this word psalm is the same. What it means is song. So people would be like, playing the 10-string lyre and singing these songs, because they're basically songs, even though they don't rhyme and stuff. It's all good. So anyways, I like the book of Psalms. I like it because it goes into depth about a personal relationship with God. And it goes through a lot of human problems that people could go through while you're on this planet. But as far as everything else being word and tarot readers are going to burn in the pits of hell and all that nonsense, people need to shut up and stop, okay? When I look with my ability, do I see tarot readers in hell? Some of them. The ones that believe they deserve to go there. But is every person a false person? No. Okay. Some of us are actually anointed prophets that are here to do exactly what Jesus was doing, was getting people to look within themselves. And the people that follow Jesus were not perfect people. And that's okay. Whatever this imaginary version of perfection that everybody is trying to suck the teat of, they need to get over it. Okay, humans are not perfect. However, the more that we integrate our higher self, aka our soul, aka God, because it's the same thing, the more that we will become the fullness of God and take on the attributes. We should not want to be anybody but God. And like I say that in the most sincere way. When we look up to a mentor, the mentor should be God. It should be the Holy Spirit, should be the divine. And I'm saying should because that's what's going to be the highest and best good for everybody. Okay, to go within and gain their own personal connection. That's literally what's going to help everybody on this planet. And there may be 100th monkey syndrome to where we get it started, we go within, we resolve things, and then, you know, the 100th monkey, then people start just going within naturally. I would love for that to happen. You know, God consciousness, Christ consciousness, very similar energies. Okay. What I like about Christ consciousness is that how I think Jesus is going to return is through the 100th monkey syndrome happening with Christ consciousness, which means people will be tapping into Christ consciousness, that beautiful, loving, compassionate, kind, turn the other cheek, be kind to your neighbor, do the right thing, treat people good type energy. Okay. And, you know, Jesus lived in alliance with karmic laws. Okay. I would say universal laws, actually, but he also lived in alignment with karmic laws as well. So yeah, while you guys are winning, somebody else is tripping out, you guys. They're tripping over their own feet. They're tripping over their words. They can't find a way to describe the way that they feel because they feel at a loss as to how you have, yet again, and I'm going to tell these people because I never know who's watching me. Welcome everybody coming into the chat. I'm doing good. I will tell everybody that, you know, these people that are like questioning why you're still standing, duh, it's God. Okay. That is why. Well, I wouldn't be shit without God. Like I said, I would still be trapped without the truth of God and without my own connection to God. I would still be trapped in the psychic realm thinking that everything was trying to attack me. And that's the way that I grew up. Okay. With being a psychic and seeing and hearing things and not having the connection part turned on. Now that the connection part is turned on, I can just ask, is this something that's going to hurt me? And I can get an immediate answer. And not only that, if there is something I don't come across negative spirits anymore like that. And the ones that I come across, they know they can't fuck with me because I can raise my vibration out of where they are trapped, which is the psychic realm. And, you know, spirits and demons and shit can only do what we believe that they can do. They work within our belief system and manifest off of our energy rather than their own. And a lot of people do not know that, but that is, you know, the way the lower vibration operates. So, like I'm saying, you know, it took away the need for me to be fearing every single thing that I saw. Because I have a lot of dark, you know, scary looking spirit guides, and they were always surrounding me. And I was always thinking that these demons and crazy things were after me because I would be seeing fifth dimensional beings everywhere. And no, come to find out they're spirit guides and they love me. So anyways, yeah, when you see your spirit guides, you may not know every life you've ever had, and you may had life of a grim reaper or the life of this or the life of that. And when you find out, you go, oh shit, okay, things are not actually the way that we perceive them to be. All right, so I'm going to cut the deck and we're going to see what we have here. But yeah, while you're winning, somebody's tripping over their words or tripping over their belief system, their thoughts, their own feet at this point. This person's like very clumsy. They have diarrhea of the mouth. Like, it's just like this person, they can't stop talking about you for some reason. Queen of Cups. Okay. This person could very well think that you are a Queen of Cups. Let's get the likes up, you guys. They could think that this is all that you are, a kind, caring, loving, compassionate person. And I will tell people that when somebody is doing dirt to you or they're doing wrong to you or, you know, casting the evil eye, a lot of the times people are psychically active but not aware of their own envious, jealous bullshit. Okay. And so sometimes it will be a third party demon or spirit that's sending the negative energy, but not always. Sometimes it's just somebody that's very psychically active that you pissed off in some type of way, or they envy you or whatever, and they look at you, you know, with this I would say it's like looking at you through a filter, basically, because I have the ability to look at every person and see how much they struggle and the things they've been through. So I don't feel the need to be envious or jealous of people at all. And I'm not the prettiest, the best at any type of shit. This is probably the best thing that I'm at, is writing and reading tarot cards. That's where my skills are. But, you know, am I a mechanic? No. I'm a badass cook. But am I a mechanic? No. There are certain things that I'm not good at doing, just like every other normal person. So, I mean, I'm not really normal, but you get the gist. Just like every person, we all have our strengths and we all have our flaws. So this person is only seeing your strengths. They're not seeing that this kindness that you have, that you hold, that you that you are is literally, this is only one aspect of you. Yes, you have the capability to be very sweet and very kind and very compassionate, but you also have the compatibility to be like Sekhmet, very cutthroat, okay? Very, very aggressive at times, especially when somebody comes to challenging what your truth is and how you exist in this world. And I feel like this person, they are not so much challenging it because they can't, they're weak, but they are protesting it. And I will tell you guys that, ironically enough, when people are engaging in gossip and slander and low vibrational behavior, the way that that energy shows up in the reality, it does look like it's black magic, but it's not actually somebody doing a spell. It's somebody using their words to make things up about you or to make fun of you or whatever, and they're putting that into the universe, and whatever they're speaking is going to come back to them. Just know that slander only really affects negatively the people that are doing it. The person that's being slandered, it doesn't take, I mean, if anybody's going to believe the slander and listen to one person talk shit on somebody else without having any just cause, or, and that is ignorant. Okay. If I were to sit in a room of people and I were to hear them talking shit on one person, I would leave that room. Okay. And I would rather go be by myself. Because I know for sure that if they're talking about somebody without them being there, then they're going to talk about me without me being there. And so I don't need to surround myself with people that do that stuff. But when I was younger, before I knew all of this information, did I know about it? No, I didn't even believe witchcraft was real or any of this stuff when I was younger. So I had psychic experience, but I didn't necessarily believe that people could cast spells or anything like that. I thought that was like Harry Potter-ish, just way out there. So this person's only seeing one aspect of you, one face of your Godhead, and it's this Queen of Cups energy, this loving, nurturing, perfect mother, loving wife. I feel like, even, and again, we take the gender out of tarot because everyone has feminine and negative energies. Feminine and negative? Wow, my brain. We have feminine and masculine energies. I was going to say positive and negative energies, but that's not true. Some of us only have negative and some of us only have positive. So this person's like, I'm tripping over my words with that. This person's doing the same thing because whatever they're saying, it's nonsense. It's coming from I would just say like a biased opinion. So this person could be somebody from the past. Yeah, they're just upset because you guys are gaining a collaboration. You're coming together with another person. You guys could be meeting new people. You guys could be meeting your soul tribe community. And these people that want to collaborate with you, they see you as a blessing. So I feel like that is, actually accurate for once. You being seen as you actually are, only this is not all that you are. This is why this person, they're upset. They're tripping. They're tripping. So this person knows that for you to get your message to other and achieve goals and stuff like that, that you will have to collaborate with people, that you'll have your own collective of people that love you. And this person doesn't want you to have that because they feel like you walked away from them, or you said no to them, or you turned them away, or whatever. And you could have, and this is like, I will always tell you guys, people like this, just give them to God, because literally it's not for you to get vengeance or seek revenge against anybody else. Okay? It's really not. Let the universe do what the universe is going to do. You don't have to go around creating more karma for yourself by playing other, don't even play people's fucking games, yo, when they want to play games like that. Just don't even engage. That's literally my best advice, is to not engage in stuff like that. And this person, they're super upset, because you have money, you have food, you have shelter, and you don't need them for any of your basic needs. You have your rent paid, whatever this is. Let's get the likes up, you guys. We got 50 people watching and 24 likes on the video. It's just one tap for you guys. Please hype the video. It really helps these messages get out so that the people that need this assistance can receive it, okay? All right, so basically you have a good collaboration coming in. You guys could have new projects that you're working on. It's all going to be supportive. You already have a collective of people that are going to vibe with you, understand you, and that are going to want to consume whatever this content or art or whatever this is that you're working on, okay? The sun. You've been working diligently in the sun while these people, even the moon card hasn't come out yet, they've been working up under the moon. So while you're spending your time working on your inner child, healing any inner wounds, healing the reason why you drew this person into your reality in the first place, this other person is spending their time trying to tear you down. And they're not having a success at that. And they are very upset about that. Yeah, this person wants you to doubt yourself. They want you to doubt your own worth and your own abilities, and don't, not for 1 second. This is like when I left my ex-husband, okay? I got all of these threats. You'll never find anybody like me. I'll tell everybody that you're a fraud, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bitch, do it. Fucking do it. Do whatever you say you're going to do, because I would rather live my life like myself than be tied to a tyrant, okay? And I'm not trying to talk bad on him like that, but I mean, it was a domestic V relationship, okay? That had a lot of domestic V and injuries and shit in it that went on for way too long because I stayed in the Queen of Cups energy, kept forgiving the motherfucker, and then he would just do it again. So, you know, it's like you just have to understand that these people, they're upset that you won't allow them to use you anymore. They're upset that they can't use your content. They can't take the words out of your mind or whatever this nonsense is that they think that they can do. This person wants you to doubt yourself so that you never make it anywhere. Let's get the likes up, you guys. I know you can like the video. It's not going to hurt you at all. It'll be reciprocating the energy, which would be doing a good, kind thing. This person that you're dealing with that's basically upset over you guys winning is in the Five of Pentacles. And it'll never make sense to me when people are homeless and kicked out and they have nothing to their name, why they want to go around trying to break another person down. This person literally, they don't have a home right now. They're literally moving from couch to couch, or they're having to this person's having to ensnare other, just like they tried to ensnare you in a relationship, okay, in the past, or some type of partnership to where you would have to split everything with them. This person wants this, they want to be a lazy, good for nothing person that doesn't do shit with their lives. And that's basically the energy that they operate from. This person doesn't want a connection with God. They don't want a job. They don't want the responsibility of a home. And I understand if people want to be homeless, like that's their right of free will, but it's not this person's place to be trying to dictate whether you should have a home or not. You don't deserve to be homeless with this broke ass loser that won't get a job and won't do anything for themselves, can't even clean their own body correctly. It's not your job to take care of this loser of a person, okay? First of all, I'm already picking up that this person used witchcraft or some type of mind control manipulation to try to get you to fall in love with them in the first place. So no, this person's worried and stressed out, or to get you to even be around them. They're worried and stressed out. They know that they're going to experience a lot of financial ruin. This person could be experiencing weight loss or weight gain. That's not something I would wish on anybody. Not cool. This person has also lost support from family and friends. So if they were able to just get by leeching off of their family members and their friends, now they're not allowed to do that. And we're going to find out why. The world, you need to know that you're here to influence the world in a better way, to bring the light that you are as a light worker to the planet, to the world. That's your job, to share your gifts and abilities and talents with the world in a way that you feel comfortable and that makes you feel good and validated, okay? Because your impact, your voice when it comes to writing, your singing voice, it could be your dancing, it could be your art, it could be your business that you do. Whatever this is, you're using your gifts and abilities to help the public along with yourself. And this is why you have a large sum of money coming your way. It could be an expected large sum of money. This could be somebody wanting to invest in you. Okay, you're finally breaking free of this old pattern where this person tries to hold you underwater. That's what I'm being shown right now. And it's not a baptism. I'm being shown somebody trying to drown someone. This person, they would drown you with their problems, drown you with their debt, drown you with their insecurities, drown you with some type of abuse. and you have seen past this person. You guys could be getting new jobs, you could be moving out of the country, you could be moving new states, new city codes, new city area codes, zip codes, whatever. You could be literally traveling or going on vacation, or you could be saving to go on a vacation. You're going to be able to do all of these things, okay? If traveling is part of your life's journey, something that you really, really want to do is go see other countries. Start putting that, instead of giving your money and time away to these losers, start putting just like $5 a month away. Even if you put just a little bit of money away, you'll have it either for a vacation, or you may win a free vacation. You guys could be getting a new job in another location, and this job means a whole nother level of stability. It's an upgrade. Winning, okay? You guys are winning. You could be finding a new career path. You could be starting a business. You could be becoming an entrepreneur. You could be starting to create your own content, etc., etc. Okay, how many different possibilities of that could go on? You could be literally creating something brand new. It's going to bring you a lot of peace and joy, helping people who are less fortunate. That's what I love about being able to come onto YouTube, is that even people that don't have a subscription, if they have access to YouTube, they can get this help for free. Okay. And remember, you guys, if any of you have any personal questions, you can always send me a $20 super chat, and I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question. So yeah, you guys have a lot of happy, positive moments coming your way, and somebody who is in the Five of Pentacles who still wants to live with you, live off of you. They want you to take them on this beautiful little journey that you're going on with the world here. You could be doing something on social media that's making a huge mark. This person is very insecure about that. They don't want you going anywhere. Like I said, this person wants to hold you underwater while they walk away free. Like literally, this person would like tie a freaking weight to your ankle or some shit and throw you in the ocean just to feel better. That's exactly. That's the energy that I'm picking up on. As somebody wanting to drown you, okay? With their problems, with their homelessness. And that's how I felt in the relationship with my ex, was that I was being drowned in this person's responsibilities and problems that they would not deal with themselves. In that relationship, everything that happened was always somebody else's fault. It was never that person's fault. And that's not something that I can deal with. Not anymore. So you just have to understand that this person will never take accountability. They're still blaming you. This sounds like a mob move. Yeah. You guys could literally be moving to a brand new, like, area, okay? A beautiful area. It could be an upgrade. It's definitely a level up in your career that's going to give you the financial freedom. I'm not saying 100% billions of dollars, but I am seeing financial freedom to be able to move how you want to move, go where you want to go, do what you want to do. Okay. And I feel most of you guys are either minimalists, or you're okay with like general things. You don't feel the need to have like the most expensive shit on the planet, which means you're going to do more than just fine. You can live a great life, being at any stage of financial stability. You can live a very happy life, because happiness does not come from money. And anybody that is still chasing that road of trying to use money to make them happy, they're going to be very much in despair for times and times to come. Okay, because money does not bring happiness. Like I said, this person's in the Five of Pentacles because of all of the moon magic they did. It's basically backfired on them. What I was alluding to say was that the universe will show them grace and mercy by giving them a pass after a pass after a pass. But then all of a sudden, people start to go through shit because they get hit with a whole bunch of karma at once, because the universe stops showing them grace and mercy, because they don't stop doing the behavior that's causing a negative impact on others and themselves. And this person was being tested. The mere fact that they felt the need to try to put you in homelessness and pull you out onto the street. What in the hell is you living on the street going? How is that going to help this person? This is what I don't get about them. How is you being homeless with them, living on the street, living on their parents' couch or whatever this bum shit is? How is that literally going to help you? Like, why would this person even want that? Death? Because they know that they're dying. This person, like, literally knows that everything that they touch dies. This is the end of an era for you guys. Whatever this stupid moon cycle shit was that was affecting your finances, this is over. Okay. You're being literally shown uh, a new beginning, and this person, the Two of Wands in the reverse just flew out. Their new beginning is turning against them. Their new beginning into homelessness is already turning against them. Again, this person doesn't want to have to pay no rent, and they're not disabled. From what I can see, there's nothing wrong with this person. They could absolutely work at Walmart. They could work at In-N-Out. They could work at any of these fast food chains. This person might not be the smartest person, but they're completely competent and capable of driving and working. This person is not disabled. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just a whiny baby. Okay. This person has a good beginning turn against them. They have a lot of bad luck. Their dream is doomed. Their dream of you either living on the streets with them or them living with you and living off of you is over. They've got to grow up, you know? It says that their dream was lost in a crowded marketplace or not well received because it wasn't even their dream. This person has cooked up some shit that is just a bad idea to begin with. It says ideas were not original enough and the timing was off. Obviously, this person trying to come out like they're you, wanting to act like they're just like you so that you will pity them and whatever. You're not going to do that. It says bad initial planning was to blame. Obviously, that's the obvious. And again, when people try to do bad things to you, when they are trying to put you in homelessness, why they end up with those same situations, first of all, is because you're protected. Secondly, it's because they are drawing into their reality what they're focusing on. And if they're focusing on being homeless, then that's what they're going to create. Point blank, period. It doesn't matter if they're trying to send that to you. You're not the vibration of homeless. The world is your home. You could go anywhere on this planet and make a home and make a living. This person, they can't do that. They don't have the same freedom because they have not done any work. Okay. This is somebody that's lazy, that is good for nothing, that doesn't want to do any work, that wants you to be the slave. And if they can't hold your head underwater for as long as they want to, then they feel like you shouldn't be allowed to exist. And this was a horrible idea, whatever they were planning. Six of Swords. This person could be thinking about trying to get you ensnared in a court case or some type of trouble. I feel like this person, the reason they're being evicted and they don't have a house to live in is because they tried to cause trouble in the courts and now they have to pay the courts. This person could have a warrant out for their arrest right now and they're still making stupid decisions. Instead of just, getting a job and paying the shit off, this person is going to continue to try to hide. And the more that they try to hide from whatever this is, the more it's going to find them. It talks about unfavorable judgment in a lawsuit, unwanted marriage proposals, overwhelmed by crisis. They feel unable to deal and cope with day-to-day problems. That's clearly obvious. Dealing with the aftermath of problems drains their energy. The future will be better than the present. This person's only feeling drained because they were mistaking your high vibrational sun energy for being theirs, and it's not. Your energy is your energy. Their energy is their energy. Now that this person's having to live in their own energy, they're realizing that they've always been a broke-ass loser. They've never been a chosen, selected one that has a higher purpose for anything. And if this person did have a higher purpose, they fucked it up, okay, by coming for you. Knight of Wands. This is who we're talking about here. In the reverse, might I add, this is somebody that could be in their 40s or in their 30s. Okay, or they could be in their late 20s, but mid to late 20s to probably 50s, maybe even 55. That's a lot of I want to say this person's got a lot of issues. This person's got emotional problems. They cannot commit, okay? They cannot commit to just doing right by people or making an honest living, okay? Not committing crimes. This person can't commit to themselves even. No discipline. Like I said, this person they lack the discipline that's necessary to keep and hold down a job. This is why they're homeless, okay? They don't have any discipline. Angers easily. Brash, cocky attitude. I'm going to see what brash means. What is the definition of the word brash? Self-assertive in a rude, noisy, or overbearing way. Brash, cocky attitude. Appears successful, but it is an act. This person is living with somebody else. They're living off of somebody else that's vulnerable. This person could be taking somebody else's benefits or taking their child support or something weird. They're doing something that's unlawful and basically just evil. This person keeps dark secrets, can be extremely cruel and abusive. Okay. Promises a relationship, but will leave after he gets what he wants. Charming, but superficial. That's the energy that you're dealing with here. This person's a fraud. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. This person has very little financial gain, okay, coming in after taking a huge risk, which was basically trying to steal your home from you. That was a huge risk. Whatever they were trying to do to push you out of your living space or to get you to take them back or to whatever the hell this stupid shit is about of bringing their homeless, broke ass problems into your life or making you pay for something, this person has to pay. Silly, silly, silly. Anxiety over mounting debts. Financial insecurity is threatened. Their credit is overextended. This person can't get any loans. Okay. They can't get a bank account. Many possible financial choices with no clear answer. The choices are get a job. Investments are a disappointment. Action without planning dooms finances. This person's, we already know that their initial planning was doomed from the very beginning because it was bad. It was poorly planned. So whatever they had in mind for you, that they wanted a new beginning to come to them off of your suffering. And this person is getting a new beginning. It's just on the streets or on somebody's couch, or they, I really get that this person is living off of somebody that's vulnerable that they've been manipulating, but that's neither here nor there. Who gives a shit? I guess you just need to know about this because this person, they were trying to pull you into a lawsuit. They need to be worried about drowning themselves in debt. Okay. This person is losing. While you're over here winning, they're on the opposite side of the wheel losing. Let's get the likes up, you guys. We got 65 people watching and 36 likes on the videos. It would really help so much, you guys. And thank you so much in advance for liking the video. It really helps this platform so that these messages get to the people that need to hear them. This person is at the 8 of Wands. They're at a crossroads. They've got to look at their life and take action to resolve the events that have already occurred, aka this homelessness. This person may go try to get on benefits, but I'm not even joking. The universe is going to reject them for everything that they attempt to do other than doing the right thing. If this person owes you money, they're not paying you back. If somebody owes y'all money, they're not going to pay you back. You can just stop asking. I would literally be like, fuck it. Keep the money. I don't need shit from you. I don't want anything from you at all. Don't ever contact me again. This person still thinks that you're keeping an open door with them. No, you're not. That's the delusions of grandeur that they're on. Okay. By thinking that you would even fuck with them after the way that they treated you is delusional. And after what they tried to do with you, bringing a death to your living situation, bringing moon magic, putting you up under manipulation, messing with your fucking mind. No. Okay. Absolutely not. This person wanted to steal a project or steal a business or literally copy a business and then paste it somewhere else. They wanted to take something right out of your hands from you. And this person would push their problems onto you and force you to be the adult for them. This person's a whole ass adult. They need to get it together. And just give up on this vain hope of entrapping you or getting you to accept them. Okay. 8 of Cups. This person's got to walk away dissatisfied, disappointed, sad, and hurt because of what they were doing with the moon. This moon magic shit, I always tell people to leave the moon alone. If you don't know how the moon operates, the moon is not supposed to be used to kill people and make endings for people, but try to tell a Freemason that. They ain't gonna listen. These people, they will do the most stupidest shit in the entire world, misusing the moon, not even using it in the correct way that it's supposed to be used. And all they will cause is suffering for other people and suffering for themselves. And that's what this person is going through. They need to look elsewhere for happiness. You are not going to be the person to fill this person's cup. This person needs to fill their own cup and leave you alone. Yeah. This person's got to leave their current relationship or job. Whoever they're with, that they're living off of, whoever this vulnerable person is, they're taking their benefits or whatever this is, they've got to walk away from doing this. And they don't have to, but I'm going to tell you straight up that some bad shit is going to happen to them if they don't. If they don't walk away and cut their losses and stop using and abusing people, this person is going to end up used and abused, literally, by the streets, by everything in creation. They're up under judgment. The only reason that they're willing to walk away is because they know for a fact that they are being judged for what they tried to do to you. That's the only reason they're willing to walk away. This person is arguing, you know, they want your forgiveness. It's not your job to forgive this person. Forgive yourself for this person coming into your reality. But I would not tell this person that they're forgiven. That to them, that's an open door to do more witchcraft on you. You think this person's actually going to change just because they're getting judged? No. This is why these people put themselves in hell. They're being judged and they haven't even died yet. They have to find a new career. This whole idea of stealing from you, whatever this body of work is, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Living off of you, not going to happen. Making you poor, making them rich, energy exchange, energy swap, karmic transference, whatever the fuck this person is on. I don't care how many books they read, they're still an idiot. Okay? They need to find a new career and look elsewhere. Stop looking at you. This person is not meant to be doing what you're doing. Whatever this is that you do, this person is not good at that. They need to just come to terms with that, accept it, and keep it pushing. Stop harassing you. Stop thinking that you are even an option to get them out of the trouble that they're in. You couldn't get this person out of their court case. You could not get them out of the trouble that they've caused for themselves. They need to learn that only they can do that, and that's going to take them making actual positive changes in their own life, like getting a job, going to work, being consistent, having discipline, not throwing your burdens on everybody else, blaming everybody else for why you're homeless and broke. This person has a lot of debt, and they may have to answer to literally a judgment. This person's being judged because they were trying to do whatever you do for a career, you know, and they're not allowed to do that. Okay. The Fool. This person thought that they were going to be able to deceive everyone into being a real one, and everybody looks at this person like they're lame. I feel like they could have began a new adventure in a new direction and had success, but instead of that, they felt like stealing from you was going to be the forever answer. The universe will show you grace and mercy and let you get away with your bullshit 100 or 1,000, even more than that sometimes times. But then all of a sudden, when you do the shit to the wrong one, you do it to somebody that's protected, somebody that's ancestors don't play this dumbass shit. You try to do it to those people, and you've done it already to so many others, and the universe says, okay, enough. We're going to show this person that they need to change their course of direction and make it very obvious for them to understand that they are being judged and that the universe is coming down hard on them, that they're not going to be given not any new opportunity. Nine of Swords. This person's in depression. They're telling everybody that they're disabled, that they can't get out of bed, but this is where they wanted you. This person, their intention was to completely disable you and keep you from your divine life purpose. That's exactly what they were going to try to do by wasting your fucking time and wasting your energy. You can't heal this broken person. They've got a void inside of them. They need to go and address that gaping ass hole of nothingness that they keep trying to fill with sex, drugs, and more sex. Okay. They need to just go work on themselves, do the shadow work. This person is grieving. They're not sleeping at night. Well, duh, if there's, think about it this way. If this person's up all fucking night long, doing moon magic on you, trying to destroy your finances so that you'll be with their broke loser ass, you would never, ever just go turn on your standards. Do not ever lower your standards for no losing ass motherfucker. Please, you guys, keep your standards high. If you need a person to be this, this, and this, the universe has every ability to bring you what you truly need and desire. You do not need somebody like this. They're sorely mistaken. They think they're much more important than they are. This person does not understand that they have caused you misery and suffering with their stupid moon magic bullshit. They were allowed to get away with this for a long time. Now it's over, and they don't want to hear that it's over, okay? That's what they're upset about. They're depressed. They can't get out. There's nothing actually wrong with them. This person doesn't, like, maybe they have psychological problems, but they don't have a mental health disorder. There is nothing actually wrong with them other than they are suffering because they cannot have your energy. They cannot live off of you. They cannot. This person's even being told by other people to stop talking about you. They're doubting their own self-worth. They think that they're wounded and broken beyond all repair, and you're the only one that can fix them. You could have maybe filled up that void a little bit, but you could never make this person feel whole. That's on them. That's something that they need to do. Let's get the likes up, you guys. Please and thank you. But yeah, that I feel like this person, they're very clouded in the way that they think about you. It's like one day they love you, one day they hate you. They can't make up their mind. This is the moon magic working on them. The fact that this moon magic affected your life in any type of way just goes to show that this person was on the bullshit, but you have to understand that you are protected from it. They have to walk away because they're not going to be successful. You have done something with integrating the energies of the moon or the zodiac. You have done something within yourself that makes it so anytime this same exact type, because this person's not intelligent, they're not going to try a new way to make you suffer. They're always going to do the same old shit. And this person thinks they know what your wounds are. They think they know where to put salt into the wound and all that nonsense, but they really don't. This person doesn't know anything. They don't know anything about you now. Maybe they only had the ability to see one version of you and you hadn't turned into who you actually are now. But yeah, this person is grieving. They're in fear that their moon magic is going to take them out because of what they wanted for you. This person's intense and very intense hatred for you was unnecessary and was uncalled for, and it was unprovoked. Okay? Just know that. Temperance. You have Archangel Michael protecting you. You also use temperance. You're not going to drink from this person. You're not going to eat from them. You're not going to allow them in your house or anywhere the fuck near you. It's a no. You're using temperance when it comes to the people of this planet because this person has taught you over time that you have to, protect yourself by using your intuition. Literally. Cancel and rebuke this person. Ace of Wands, you're being told to move forward, that it's a great time for you to begin new projects, that this is a perfect time for you to manifest your reality and to create a family for yourself, basically, is what I'm seeing. High energy and enthusiasm, whatever you put into motion, God is going to back, the universe is going to back. You're using temperance, which is the same thing as like discernment. You're basically balancing out your own energy, and this person can no longer rub salt into a wound. They can't make you feel like you're less than. They can't make you feel like you're being abandoned, and they can't make you feel like that you will never get loved again or whatever stupid shit this person's on. They're unsuccessful at everything that they do. And how is that possible? I'm not for sure. Must be the moon magic, though. I mean, it's got to be something stupid, like some type of retarded ritual that this person does over and over again, being an insane person, thinking that it's going to create a different result. The only thing it created was you becoming completely immune to moon magic of any type. That's all it did. It made you stronger. And now this person is like, oh, I'm a part of their growth. No, this person wanted to compete with you for something that would never be theirs. Okay? Whatever this stupid word magic they were trying to use over you, I don't care how many words this person speaks. Is the universe listening to them? Yeah, the universe is listening, but the universe is not actually considering any shit that they say, okay? This Five of Wands competition, trying to cause secret opposition to your plans, this person's got competition. They're probably entering into a very competitive field, and they don't have what it takes to be successful. They have a lot of bad luck coming, and their greed and lust for your power has got them in a situation that's binding, okay? Like they have to pay the court money, they have to pay an ex money, they have to take care of a child. Whatever this person did by leaving you in the mud like they thought, this person thought they completely destroyed you. And now that they're finding out that they did not completely destroy you, then this is when they wanted to come back and completely destroy you. But you are not this innocent, naive person that forgives people over and over again. You're not going to let this person anywhere near you. I wouldn't. I would avoid this person like the plague that they are. Page of Cups, because they do have to take care of some ingrate of a child, some child that feels like they deserve the best things and everybody else deserves to have to give them the best things. I get that this Page of Cups person, they could have an artistic ability, okay, but they are not going to use that artistic ability because their father or mother, whoever this person is a loser. And they just want to sit around and play video games. That's literally the energy I get from this Page of Cups. Like, sitting around playing video games. I'm not even going to say the other shit I saw. But yeah, sitting around playing video games. This a grown adult-ass person that should be in school, should be doing something else. Like, and I'm not dissing video games. If you like to play video games, I'm just telling you that this person's child is unruly, they're unkept, and they are entitled, and they act like they deserve the best of everything. Queen of Wands. This person who they're meant to be with is somebody that's more this energy, the Queen of Wands energy, this witch. Okay? That's the type of person that they're meant to be with. Somebody that is a witch, not you. Somebody that would literally put witchcraft on them and put shit in their food. Because this person would do that to you. In fact, they probably did that to you in the past or tried doing it. And that's not to make you afraid. It's to make you empowered so that you can know that some cleansing is needed when it comes to this person. So they've attracted in exactly what they are in the version of a woman, some vulnerable person. Somebody that's probably a single mother. I get that this person is stealing their money. They're taking their benefits. If this person gets support for their child, this other Knight of Wands in the reverse energy takes that support for themselves. This is one reason that they're about to be kicked and thrown the fuck out onto the streets in the dead ass middle of winter during the most worst storm. This person is going to get hit with so much karma. This Queen of Wands is going to want nothing to do with them because they sit around and don't do anything. And that would irritate the fuck out of me. I'm sorry, but it would. Knight of Swords. This Queen of Wands could also be cheating on this person with somebody that's in the military. Or they could be working with somebody that's in the military. Whatever this is, this person is in a world what's going to happen to them is exactly the same shit that they did to you. If they cheated on you, this person's getting cheated on. You know, if you were in love with this person and they completely destroyed you and broke your heart, that's what this Queen of Wands is doing to this person right now. They could give a fuck less about this person's feelings, just like this person did not care about yours. And fair is fair. This is how you know that your enemies are getting what the fuck they deserve. And it's not to be like, ha ha, they have to learn their lesson. But this person has to learn their lesson because the universe is not going to tolerate them to continue to block your emotional peace and your abundance and your journey here, because you're a part of something that's bigger than just you. Emperor. You're here to lead people, and ignore the fact that this person looks old. You are here to lead people. You have a loving relationship with God. You are not going to sacrifice that to lower your standards to compete with some loser for another loser. Okay? These people need therapy. They really do. Maybe this person being homeless is going to teach them that what they were doing to you was really fucked up. This person's not going to be able to survive. Yeah, what they were trying to do to your love life, trying to separate you from someone or keep you from being able to be with your twin flame, this person wanted you to think they were the twin flame. The fuck no. No, they're not. This person is a karmic, all right? And anybody attached to them, their entire family and everyone that they know and their child and everybody the fuck else is also a karmic that this person knows. There's not anybody that this person knows that's actually not a karmic. They're only attached to lower vibrational, homeless, broke-ass energies. They're a scrub. The devil, because they fuck around with the devil, play up under the moon, and they, would rather serve the devil. And for whatever reason, the devil is already fucking this person over and putting them out on the streets. This devil has caused this person to lose. And you can look at the devil as the South Node, being unawake, unaware of your spiritual identity, not being tapped into God, to source, being completely the lowest vibration of you. This person is still in their south node. They're not ever going to figure this out. That the devil betrayed them. Duh. This person's sitting around waiting for a love spell to work. That's not ever going to work. King of Wands. This person portrays to the world like they're a King of Wands, but they're really the Knight of Wands in the reverse. I'm also getting that this person could be being cheated on by like multiple people. This Queen of Wands could be cheating with multiple people, okay? And she likes to attract in the same type of loser, broke, homeless, in jail, whatever type, that type of energy. Okay, what else do we need to know about this reading, about this situation for the collective? That's relative and important. The Ace of Swords, that you guys need to know that you're protected and not doubt that God protects you. Do not doubt that ever. Your love life protected. These people not getting a victory over you. They're not able to strip you of a divine twin flame ascension soul contract. Whether you've met this person or not, it's still protected. Okay? This opportunity did not slip into somebody else's hands because it doesn't belong to anybody else. It's a very highly spiritual relationship that's going to evolve. And I feel like if you already do know this person, there could be reignited passion and love with them. Things could finally start working out for y'all because this other person's being restricted. They're going to have to deal with being homeless, broke, in debt, losing everything, and all of that crap, and being kicked out and kicked to the curb because they're a loser and everything. They're going to have to deal with being rejected and everything like that. So you're being protected. Your relationship is being protected. Your divine union is protected. This person can't do anything about that. The 10 of Cups. You guys are getting everything that you want. Your happy family, your rainbow. And this person, all they have to do is stop watching you. I feel like if they would stop watching you and stop spying on you and stop trying to pry into your energy, this person would literally start to focus on themselves if they would stop thinking about you. But I feel like the backfire of all of these years of witchcraft that they tried to do on you is what's causing them to obsessively think about you. It's the moon magic. It's backfired. Like I said, it worked a couple times, affected your finances a couple times, but it never made you homeless. Or if you were homeless, you didn't stay homeless, not for very long, because God has got you. This person, they are tampering with God's destiny. The Hermit. You isolated yourself from these people, you turned away, and you went within. And this is why you're having a success, okay? This is why you're having happiness. This is where you find the answers, is by going within, and you know that. And this person, they don't understand that. You could tell them that, but that's an abstract concept to them. Go within. This person would have to address the gaping void inside of them that they keep trying to fill up with other people's resources and whatever bullshit that they take, okay? But yeah. This person also is being forced to live in their own energy, and they have to live with what they tried to do to you. This person could have been trying to call the cops on you. Whatever stupid shit this is, they're in trouble for it. Like bigger trouble than just the police. Universal trouble. Trouble with God, okay? God's like, enough. Enough. It's time for my collective to have what they came to this life to have. This person, like, why God allowed the devil and this Queen of Wands to come in and destroy this person and tempt this person, why God's allowing this all to happen to them is because, you know, it's their time to learn to be a good human being and to stop being a human piece of garbage. There's not a whole lot that life requires of you. There's really not. It's using your gifts and abilities, whatever that is, whatever that beautiful gift and ability is, okay? If it's talking to people, motivational speaking, whatever, writing, singing, whatever it is that you love to do, using that to inspire and help the world in a positive way. That's all that's required of us. And that's how we get moral energy. And moral energy turns into cash that lasts, not cash that's comes in and is gone. That's what this person wanted. They wanted all of your money flow to come to them. This person is not you. And they're not responsible. They wouldn't be able to sustain. This person depreciates the value of anything that they're around. Yeah, you guys are showing up as the Empress, a real divine being, while this person is being a fraud. You over here, you leveled up like times 10. This person is with a lesser. If you are a female and this is an ex, this person, whoever they are with now and living off of and treating like a piece of scum on the bottom of their shoe, that they were doing that to you. Now they're doing that to this other person. They're doing the same exact thing that they did to you to this other person. And so if this person was trying to play in your face, like they got your man, or all they inherited was the problem that you decided to walk away from. They have to take care of this loser now, and now they don't want to. They're actually waking up. This Queen of Wands is waking up and being like, wait, what just happened? Three of Swords. That's why these people, there's going to be a third party there. This person's going to find out that they're being cheated on with multiple other people. Okay, with this Queen of Wands, she's sleeping with multiple people. These people could be married. This Knight of Wands in the reverse and this Queen of Wands. Yeah, I was just hearing, shut up. They don't want me to talk about this, about how this person is cheating. Oh, fucking well. They should have not have cheated on you, lied to you, deceived you, tried to trick you, tried to take something from you, you know? And this shit would not be happening to them. That's all I have to say about that. If this person had not done it to you, they would not have it being done to them right now. That is cause and effect in its finest right there. That is like, literally, you could look at this and it does not take a rocket science to see that what goes around comes around. What this person was doing to you is happening to them. Page of Pentacles. And you're going to be able to have a child, you guys. You're going to be able to have everything that you want. The Empress is a mother of somebody who's abundant and grateful, compassionate and gracious and kind. So your dreams are not over. Your hopes just beginning. Your life just beginning. You're actually getting a real new beginning away from this person, and you've been doing pretty good without them. I mean, you've been doing so much better without them that this person just feels so sad about that. They're like, damn, I really am a fucking loser. I am literally a loser and a downer and a burden. Yeah, this person was. Sorry to say, that's kind of sad, but at the same time, it is what it is. This person is a burden. That's why this Queen of Wands cheats on them, because they're not enough. They don't do anything. You guys are over here getting justice. Okay? The universe is literally giving you justice by allowing you to have everything that this person was saying that you couldn't have. They're going to have to answer for that. And they better come up with some shit real quick to say to God how they're going to explain themselves in front of the heavenly courts. This person needs to figure it out. What is the excuse that they're going to use as to why they tried to do this to you? And the stuff they already did to you. What is the excuse that they're going to use? Whose fault is it going to be now? Other than them taking responsibility for themselves. Who else's fault is it now? Because it's always going to be somebody else's fault. It always is with this person. The freaking Seven of Swords. This person, look at that person running with swords, having to look behind their shoulder because they fucked too many people over, and they know that they're leaving those weapons, which are people, body counts that they've left behind that could come for them at any moment. This is what this person feels like. That they're basically they're in a relationship, stuck with somebody, and they feel like that person and whoever they are around could Ten of Swords them at any given moment. This person's not feeling safe. They also are having to leave this relationship that they chose, this weird person that they decided to be with that matched their frequency and is literally their worst karma. It's their walking karma is this other person. Having to have a child with them and be bound to them. This person's gonna be miserable. If I literally get that this Queen of Wands gonna leave this Knight of Wands, but until that happens, these people are gonna be miserable as all hell together. Regretting the day that this person regrets the day that they walked away from you. He blamed you for leaving him after he left you. Exactly. Real women do not chase, okay? I know that desperate fake ass hoes and bitches do. They'll go do a love spell and take away somebody's free will, fuck with their destiny, all of that. They'll go real quick to that shit. But when it comes to actually being a real woman, these women don't want to have to attract. If they have to rely on the law of attraction, they already know that they're fucked because they can't do anything about what they're attracting. Three of Wands. Literally, through careful planning, you have made an escape route from this person. You're moving forward. You're getting justice. You have literally plotted out how you were going to live happily ever after. You've created a little vision in your mind, and the universe is matching that vision. It's bringing it into manifestation. And this person is over here like, just like completely awestruck that you're winning. I mean, really, this person, the only time they ever had anything good happen to them was when you were in their life. Since you haven't been in their life, this person has had nothing good happen to them. That's why they can't get over you. It's because everything that they've been through since they fucked you over has been bad. And this is why you just don't play with certain people. Certain people don't fuck with I would just not fuck with anybody. Live life the way I live life, the way Jesus lived life, by leaving people alone and minding your own business. That's the easiest fucking way to survive. But other than that, this person is not willing to do that. They want to interrupt your happily ever after in your projects. This person wants you to fund them. I would be very wary of anybody wanting to come move in with you. No. Especially if this is somebody from the past. You don't care about this person's sob story with their wife or whoever, whatever karmic that they got with, okay? Whoever they bossed up and thought they were going to put this losing ass bitch, fucking witch, in your position, that is hilarious to me. You mean you're going to replace a goddess with a chicken? Make it make sense. Literally. Stupid. This person was dumb. They thought that they could replace you and that you were easy to replace. And not only has this Queen of Wands had a very hard time becoming you, they can't because they're not you. That's obvious. You're the Empress. They're the Queen of Wands. That's a huge difference. This person would have to go through many spiritual awakenings, and they don't have that much time on this planet left to go through that many. You have already defended yourself from these people. You had to stand up for yourself because these people, they were going to try to tear you down no matter what, because all of them think that everything that's happening to them is your fault. Even though they keep going to the devil, they still think that you are to blame for them being in the Five of Pentacles. What have you done to these? You have no contact with these people. Like, seriously. You're just not allowing this broke-ass loser from the past to drag you to hell with them. They're going anyways. Whether they decide to repent and do better or not, they're going anyways, okay? This person has done too much, and they did it, first of all, too many times, made these mistakes, and they did too much. Ten of Swords. Now they're in the Ten of Swords, acting like a victim, thinking that they're going to martyr themselves. I would not even give a fuck if this person passed away. That's literally how I feel about these people. I would not. I mean, I don't really cry when people die, but I would really not care. I would probably send these people to hell. If they were even trying to get out of purgatory or any shit, I would literally send their ass to hell immediately. Okay? For my own fucking safety. Literally. If I was you, that's exactly what I would do. I would be, nope, this is not going to continue to move forward. This situation. These people are in the Ten of Swords because they wanted you there. Just know that. The Chariot, they have to answer to some type of police energy. Okay? I don't know who they were manipulating and working with, but yeah, reaping what he's sown. This person's an idiot. You know what I mean? You're going to continue to become wealthy, healthy, abundant, happy, peaceful, blissful. You're going to have a full, wonderful, great life. And this person, they may have a lot to say about it, but when it comes to them being taken serious, the universe can't take this person serious. They can't get behind what this person says. Six of Wands, because you have public fame and recognition. I do feel like this person thinks that your success is like rubbing salt into their wounds, but this person literally just needs to stop watching you. If they would stop stalking you, they would not have to see you succeed. Because the truth of the matter is that you are going to succeed whether you're with this person or not. Yes, they would hinder and block you from succeeding, and they would make it very hard for you to succeed, which was what life was like when you were around them in the past. That's why you walked away from that shit. Since you walked away, literally, you have entered into the Six of Wands. You're gaining public recognition, notoriety, wealth, resources, support. People love you. You know, you have a community that backs you. This person wants to take you away from the community. How dare them? You're getting rewarded for your hard work. This person was advised to leave you alone and to not try to ensnare you or sign you on no false marriage thing or do any of this dumb stuff that they've been doing. They were advised not to do this. They just didn't want to listen to common sense. They thought they were going to get away with whatever shit they got away with in the past. And now it's not happening. This person's carrying a ton of burdens. There could be a lawyer that just told this person that, hey, yeah, you're going to have to pay for what you did to the collective. Just to let you know. Like, I know you thought you got away with the shit, but you didn't. You know, you're going to have to pay for that. And that could be court payments, or that could be this, you know, this person saying, guess what? You're going to have to pay for hurting the collective. The universe is going to do something to you. Just get ready to get hit at any random given moment. Everybody around this person wants to run away from them because they know that if they stay around this person, they'll get hit as well. They were spying on you, some actively spying on you, trying to cause you burdens, trying to keep you away from a 10 of Pentacles. Okay, that is why this person has to pay. They were invading your privacy and abusing your human rights. This person would not want to be watched and stalked and put on the internet and recorded without being known and all this other shit they've done to you. They would never want that done to them. This person is silly. Four of Cups. They were bored. This person was bored. This is why they did this. Boredom in their own situation. This person lacks like something major. They've got a serious problem here. You have influence and importance. You have an ability. You have a talent. You have a gift. You have material success. This person has debt. They are becoming the borrower, and they can't ask you for anything. You're not going to give. You don't give a fuck about this person. You're not giving them anything. They have already received the message, and so have you, that the ship has sailed right there. That ship, those ships have sailed, bro. You missed the boat. You ain't going with us. Point blank, period. You are getting the message that literally this is the end. You cutting this person off, being in the Queen of Swords, protecting your peace. This is the end of this person's tyranny. They have to either go to jail because of all of the magic that they were doing, all the secrets, the lies, and the abuse. You know, you are the real magician. You had to cut this person off so you could tap into your own power because they were draining you of your power and of everything, of your energy, everything. You are so much stronger than this person. You actually have strength on your side. This person was very weak-minded. Okay, let's get a conclusion. What is this about with the Six of Pentacles and the finances and the lawyer? This person's they've got to pay a lawyer. They've got to pay court fees. They got to pay legal fees. You know, I don't know if they're going to have to pay you, but they should have to pay you some type of restitution. They definitely will be paying the spiritual realm restitution. They will be paying your ancestors for this person trying to fuck with you like this. They're going to have to answer to higher powers, okay? In fact, the higher power. But yeah, they're going to have to answer to a lot of different ancestors that you have. King of Swords. And this person will be harshly judged for trying to spy on you and dox you and put you on the dark web. Whatever this evil, sadistic, low-vibing, lame-ass bullshit is, this Queen of Wands is going to turn this person in the moment that they get questioned. Okay? They're going to throw this other person under the bus. And this person feels like, damn, I just wasted all my time and all my energy. It wasn't even their energy. It was your energy. But yeah, they did waste their time. You still have the gifts that God gave you. Yeah, your gifts and abilities are not going anywhere. Yeah, your door is closed to this person. I love that. Your gifts and abilities ain't going anywhere. You guys, let's get the likes up. Literally, you're going to still be talented tomorrow and the days to come, and you're going to be deeply rooted in your own sense of home and your own sense of safety, and there's nothing that this person can do about that. Yeah, they're going to be upset about that, but let them be upset. Let them just throw a little temper tantrum. You just ignore it. Just ignore this person. This person has to answer to a higher authority that's going to bring the sword down on them. So, you know, they built their own what's that saying? Lay in your bed and sleep in it too, or some shit. This person made their bed out of rocks and pointy sticks and swords. Now they got to lay on this bed of nails. I don't even know. That's just what I'm thinking, though. Like, this is how this person built their own bed. Like pointy ass stick by pointy ass stick, spears, swords, whatever. They have to lay on this shit. You don't. Four swords. Look what I was just saying. This person literally has to let it go. This is the over for them. It's completely over. I don't know how they're going to get back up on their feet. If they get away from this Queen of Wands is going to put this person in jail. And this person deserves to go to jail. I'm sorry, but they're an abusive person. They've been abusing the Queen of Wands. That's one reason the Queen of Wands cheats on them with all these other people. But seriously, when it comes to a court of law, when it comes to these people being questioned about their questionable behavior, you know, this Queen of Wands is going to throw this person under the bus immediately and completely betray them, just the way that this person tried to betray you. You're over here working on your projects, being a high priestess, being an inspiration to other people, showing people the way, showing yourself the way, going within, finding that inner wisdom and knowledge, and God is proud of you. Whatever this is that you do with your intuition, you do with your abilities, God is pleased. It's helping the planet. It's helping everybody heal. And this person, like I was saying, they can't block that. Too bad for them. They can only focus on happy memories of when they were younger, when you used to baby them. I mean, literally, this person should never become a parent. They should not be allowed to be in charge of any children or anything, or not even an animal. I wouldn't even leave this person with a fucking plant. I feel like the plant would be abused. If this person had a dog or a cat, they'd kick the fuck out of it. I'm just being straight up 100%. This person's got issues, okay? They would have, like, straight up abuse an animal. If they have a woman, they're going to abuse that. If they have a kid, they're going to abuse that. They're an abusive person, point blank, period. And it said that in the Knight of Wands in the reverse card. Two of Cups. You still have a soul contract with the universe, my dear. You get to move forward with your intuitive gifts and abilities, helping the world, making a huge impact. And this person has got to just, you know, grow up and get over it. Because you're not going to change your direction or stop winning because they have a problem with that. Yeah, I feel like you guys don't have a lot of people that are against you. It's just maybe one or two, maybe three people that don't like you. Maybe some of you have a few people at your job that don't like you, but some of the people at your job do actually like you. So you just have to look at it and be like, okay, out of this experience, am I feeling like I am being fulfilled? Okay. Five of Swords. This person was trying to put their self-interest first by destroying you and taking something from you. And this person had no right to do that. This is why they can't preserve what they have. Yes, the hounds have been released. I love that, literally. This person, they're in shock that they weren't able to sacrifice you like they do everybody else. Like I said, these people will betray each other. They're doing a very much illegal behavior with this sacrificial bullshit. It is illegal. Sacrificing another living being, whether it's an animal or a plant or whatever, you know, that sacrificing things is a form of murder, and that's not okay. And this person is being sacrificed. The justice system's going to throw them under the damn jail, straight up, throw the whole book at them. And what are the things that they bang the judges when they make their decision? What are those things called? I can't remember. But you guys have an Ace of Pentacles here. This is what you need to know. Literally, you got the Ace of Pentacles, which means God supports you. What could this person do to you? Literally, nothing. Just keep living your life, you guys. Keep going down the path that you're on. Keep going within. All right? Don't feel like you need to always put yourself in hermit mode, because I don't feel like there's going to be a mob of people coming for you. I don't feel that at all. I feel that this person, they tried to cause as many problems as they could for you, and it didn't work, and now they have problems. And so let them deal with their own problems. Don't feel bad for this person. Don't go back into this Queen of Cups energy where you just forgive. Don't do that, okay? That was working against you. Sometimes saying no to people is the best thing that you can do for yourself and for your family, because this person wanted to They wanted you to adopt them like they were your child and take care of them. That's creepy as hell. Like like no. No, just no. Absolutely not. Now this Queen of Wands is stuck with this person and they want this person the fuck out because they're cheating with all these other people. This person that he thought was so better than you, he or she thought was so better than you. Now they're stuck with this person and they also don't have a pot to piss in. It's just ironic how everything that they did to you is now happening to them. And it took a little while for it to happen because, like I said, God shows grace and mercy. First few hundred times this person tried to attack you with spell work, they were allowed to not, be put up under immediate judgment. I mean, the universe was pretty kind to this person when they were mean to everybody else that they ever have met. This person is not a nice person. They're not a good person. They treat everyone like shit. Okay, that's why this person that thought that they inherited a piece of gold is finding out that they inherited a piece of dog poop. Literally a piece of human trash. And now they want that human trash gone, but they already went into some type of binding commitment or agreement. Why can't I speak? With this person, they don't want that talk coming out, that they're in a binding agreement and they're both implicated in a crime that was committed as well. And so, yeah, that, she could try to kick him out, but he could call the police or whatever. I feel like she's going to be, and I don't want to speak this over nobody's life, but this is just what I'm picking up. Just be glad that you're still not in this situation. This Queen of Wands energy is going to be domestically abused until she calls the police on this person to get them out of the house. And then they may have to go through the court system, pay a fine. These people are having major relationship issues. So you guys are doing good though. Okay. I'm really proud of you. So before we go, we're going to talk about the 2 books that are life-changing. The first one is The Truth of God, and it's written by Michael STEADMAN. This book is in the description box below, but it's got 3 extremely valuable techniques that I use every day. And you don't have to be a psychic to use this book and to use its intuitive workbook and to use the techniques and tools. You really don't. But the first one is the God technique, which raises you out of your ego, your little self, into the consciousness of God so that you're looking out through the eyes of Source. So you can see everything from a bigger picture, get the lesson, integrate it, love yourself, and everything is good, right? It's a complete vibration change, okay? It transcends all of the lower aspects of the self, okay, into the higher ones. Now, the second one is the joy versus anger technique, and that is an intuitive method that gives you a yes and no answering system with God so that you're always connected, so that you're always able to communicate and get yes and no answers. And it also goes through the 1 through 10 method, which is one that I use all the time. But getting yes and no answers is very important, okay, from God and the Holy Spirit, because that gives you the ability to ask questions. Should I go here? Should I go there? Should I do this? Should I eat that? When you start asking questions and not just making random choices, your life gets so much better. Like I generally have learned to do this and it's helping me to live my life with experiences that I'm happy with and okay with. Okay. And so the only time that things could occur is when I don't ask about the thing that I'm going to go do or whatever it is. When I just make decisions and it's, because I'm being stimulated in whatever area, that's when the shit don't work out. So just know that. The third technique in this book is the mind technique, which gives you the ability to start using the mind like the tool that it is, so that you can question your beliefs and get rid of the beliefs that are no longer serving you so that you don't keep pulling the same experience in. Because some people, they'll always work on the outside, but never address the thought and belief that pulled the experience in on the inside. And once you do that, your reality shifts. I'm going to read a little bit of the spiritual bank. So how do we mold our reality to have the things or experiences we want if we are not consciously attempting to create them by focusing on them? The mind has been registering the things that we have been focusing on, like bank deposits, experiences that make us feel positive or negative. We become magnets to those things that have been deposited, joyful or negative, by where we place our focus. The thing that keeps us magnetized to our negative deposits is the thought, belief, or emotion that was connected to it. Most people spend more time focusing on what they don't like: job, relationship, lifestyle. This process draws more of these negative types of experiences, which lowers our frequency. When saying, I don't want this or that, or no more of this or that, the mind only records that our focus was on this or that, the negative item. So that is what we get more of. That's literally how the mind works. Steve had been so impressed with the idea of having a convertible car that he could see himself sitting behind the wheel, cruising down the road with the top down, the wind blowing through his hair, the stereo cranked up, feeling such joy at that thought. He even contemplated that red would be a fun color. That was a very powerful creation moment that was deposited into his spiritual bank. Okay. Example, Ellen owned a car that she liked, all except for the dent in the rear bumper. Every time she came out to her car, she saw it and wished that she had the money to get a new bumper. This was a reoccurring creation moment or deposit. Without knowing it, she was creating two experiences. One day she was driving along when someone runs into the back end of her car. Experience one, she had focused so many times on not liking the dented bumper that she had drawn another accident into her creation. Experience two, she had wished for a new bumper so many times that now the wish was being fulfilled, but she had to get rid of a belief that prevented it from manifesting with peace. There is not enough money would be the belief behind that. Having it happen this way matched the frequency she was outputting. Does that make, like, that is so deep, you guys, but if that made sense to you, yay, this book is for you. It is not necessary to consciously create items, people, and experiences into our creation. Deposits happen automatically by focusing on something that gives us a positive or negative response feeling. It's not about focusing on the people, experiences, and things that we want in our life. It's about how that thing makes us feel. Hopefully it makes us feel good. So that is, you will be emitting into the universe a good frequency. The universe will then bring experiences that match those feelings into your reality. It is not being blocked by some, if it's not being blocked by some belief that you hold. You guys get this book. This is called The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN. The entire book is like seriously mind-blowing and awesome. It's really going to help you develop your intuition, gain spiritual abilities. It has definitely saved my life, and that is how I gained the connection to God, where before I was stuck in the psychic realm. Okay, so I just opened the book that I'm going to talk about, which is the one that I've written. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. The link to that is also in the description box below, but it's got different tarot card spreads in it that are for the major arcana cards. The major arcana cards are the major transition cards. So I'm just looking at the Hangman. The Hangman, number 12, answer maybe Zodiac Pisces. This is the card of doubt and contradictions. The Hangman is the card of the martyr. It speaks of a confusing time ahead. The Hangman says instead of trying to control situations and people, leave them alone instead. It also says that a sacrifice may be necessary to move forward. The Hangman suggests that you should put aside any self-interest. Peace of mind comes from making the correct decisions. The position 1, the Gallows. The card for this position represents the unclean energies that are bringing about strife and adversity in one's life. This card can show you the main issue that is bringing about negative actions against your life. If you have been under the evil eye curse, you will pull the Death Tarot card for this position. If someone is trying to sacrifice you or someone that you know, you will pull the Hanged Tarot card for this position. So all you need to do these tarot card spreads and to learn the major arcana and start integrating the tarot is the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, which is the one that I use on this platform. I would go ahead and get the one that's got the words on it so that you don't have to flip through a book. When you're learning to read the cards, you have the interpretations right there. Position 2, the Tree of Sacrifice. The card for this position will show you what needs to be sacrificed in order for you to receive salvation. It could be anger, greed, hatred, or jealousy that you are called to sacrifice in order to receive salvation. This card can also show you how you can save yourself in any difficult situation. If someone is energy harvesting you or sacrificing your energy, you will pull the Hangman tarot card for this position. And then the Hangman tarot card spell is to sacrifice things that no longer serve you. So you'll do a simple little ritual and say like an affirmation that basically works with God and the Holy Spirit so that you can start creating your reality and be more, I would say, directed with your energy. So yeah, it helps you to integrate the major arcana cards. When you guys get this book and you get the Rider-Waite Tarot, I would take a picture of all of the tarot card spreads that you do, write down all of the information you pick up, and then a little while later, a month or so, or however long you feel, go back and look and see if you see anything different in those cards, because your perspective as you work through this book, your perspective is going to shift into the perspective of God. As you work through this book, you're going to gain greater understanding of your life, yourself, and where you're at right now and where your future is headed. Okay, so check out these links, you guys. The links to these books are in the description box below. I really feel like they will help you guys, especially if you're wanting to learn to read the tarot. It's an amazing opportunity. Okay. All right, you guys, remember, if any of you ever have any questions, you can always send me a $20 super chat and I will answer your questions. But I love you so much. Thank you guys for being here. I'm so happy that you spent time with me. God bless you guys. Thank you for liking the video. It means so much to me. Peace be with you guys. Have a wonderful evening. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.